Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Melissa Murrell for those of you who are new to the channel, and I'm a personal stylist for the everyday woman. So I'd like to think that I approach styling from quite a practical, realistic angle. So it's for all of us ladies that have got lumps and bumps. We're trying to dress for dog walks one minute, we're going to coffee with friends the next, and everything in between, Zoom meetings, all of that. I'm not necessarily styling for that Instagram look with 6-inch heels and perfect makeup. So it's more about your real life rather than your fantasy life. And doing these videos is very much, I suppose, a side hustle for myself. I spend most of my day, in fact every day, with face-to-face clients or styling people online all over the world. So if you do want any styling help, then please do get in touch. I'll put my details down the bottom. As always, if you like the video and you can put the thumbs up, or even better, press that subscribe button. The very fact that people are doing that is the reason why I'm still able to bring you these videos. Now, I just wanted to say, a lot of people ask about where they can get certain products from. So I always link every single item that I can in the description box. When you're playing the video, you'll see a little bit of a spiel about what the video is about, and then you'll see a button which says show more. Click on that show more button where all of the items will appear, and you just click on the link and it will take you straight to the store so you can buy it. Sometimes, obviously, if I'm doing more of a generic video, I might use older pieces, so I'm not able to list those, but I will list something as close to it if I can find it. So today's video is a really exciting one. It's probably the most asked question that I get on a continual basis, and that is how to disguise a larger tummy. So for those of you who have been watching my videos for a while now, you'll know that in one of the videos I used a scarf and I put it down here, and you all seem to like that because visually you could see the extra weight that I was trying to disguise for you. Well, we've gone one step further. I know those of you that watch my live will have seen this before, but I have now bought a fake Santa belly, I suppose. And as I said before, I hope it doesn't offend. I don't think it did last time. But with my body shape, the only bit that is small on me really is my belly area. And it's really hard to talk to you about what you should be doing. It's better to visually show you. This is what I am going to use to put around myself. So if you look at myself right now, obviously not too much of a belly, although it does come out later. It depends what I've eaten, so I'm just like everybody else. So we're going to add this to this area like that. Now I'm actually going to put over this tummy what we call a waist nipper. So this is just a boned waist nipper that is going to just smooth this area down for me. Now, I'm not suggesting that if you do have a larger tummy, you wear these all the time. But this is a great device just for that nice evening out where you just want to feel a little bit flatter and smooth. It can often work wonders. And the advantage of this is that it's not the all-in-one Spanx. So as we all know, going to the toilet in those Spanx can be a little bit of a nightmare unless you've got the ones with the opening on. But also, more importantly, I find a lot of my clients that are carrying the extra weight around here often have flat bottoms. So if you wear the Spanx that starts here and goes right down to your knees, then you're also going to flatten the bits that actually we want volume in. So this is a great tool, but the only reason I'm going to use it today is to keep this in place. Otherwise, every time I get changed, it ends up here and here. Now, talking about sort of where your tummy is, this is an important distinction that needs to be made. So when we're styling, we're kind of considering two different types of tummy. So you've got the first one that comes quite high under the bust line. So it's usually a thickness that carries on all the way around the back. And this is usually associated with an apple type of shaped woman. So it's quite barrel-like, as opposed to maybe just You know, the little bit of the paunch that sort of comes down here below that we all get, especially with menopause, it's just that extra bit of weight that we just can't shift. So there's the paunch or the barrel-like, and I will probably refer to both throughout the video. Okay, so just before we jump into the video, I've got something which I think is quite exciting to offer you. I think it was last September. I was a stone and 4 pounds heavier, and my friend Ashley, who is like this sort of guru in changing mindset really around eating, so preventing this emotional eating, you know, the biscuit and the cup of tea at 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and every time in between, to be honest. And she kept asking me if I would do her 8-week program. Long story short, I did it. It was amazing. All online, an 8-week course. And so in exchange for me mentioning it on today's video, which seemed very apt because of the whole stomach thing that we're doing, she is going to give 2 of my subscribers a free 8-week course. So if you are interested in that, if you are really serious about changing your mindset around eating, I think on an 8-week program, they say about 10 kilograms in 8 weeks. So it's really, really effective. But for me, it's not a gimmick. It's not a diet. It's not a fad drink that you're drinking. It was a change of my mindset, which is actually maintained because I've kept the weight off. So it's been brilliant. So yes, if you are interested in having that experience for free from Ashley, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, then please get in touch with Ashley. I'm going to put her details down below. I will also put them in the description box as well. Please don't email me about it. Just contact her direct, and she's going to pick the 2 most worthy winners, I suppose, of this opportunity. So good luck with it. Okay, so we're going to start off with this beautiful dress from Reiss. And this is an example of a dress that you should be wearing if you have a larger tummy area. This is what we define as a body skimming dress. It's from Reiss and it allows the curves to be seen. But the fact that there's a tie at the front, that is going to be quite distracting over the tummy area and hopefully hide any extra bulk. The extra detailing that is in this dress, such as the pockets, give a really nice relaxed look. The V-neck is going to help split the bust area up. And as you can see, it's really hanging very nice and straight over that tummy area. Also, things like the split at the front, it allows the legs to be seen, but without actually showing the entire leg. And the fact that we've got a little bit more flesh on show all helps to distract away from the tummy area. But let's now compare it against the type of dress that most of you with a larger tummy will revert to. Here we go. So this is an oversized baggy dress, tent-like, and if I pull it tight there, you can see that the tummy is hiding underneath it. It's shapeless. It makes me look a lot bigger than I am, and there's absolutely no definition between my bust area, my waist, my tummy, my thighs. It's just incredibly unflattering. But I hate to say it, it's the type of dress that I see all the time in my clients' wardrobes. Next, we have a dress with an elasticated waist from Jigsaw, and when styled like that, it creates a torso which is lacking in any definition, and the stomach is most definitely still on show. So instead, what you need to do is pull the dress up over the elasticated waist so that the waistline is created and defined. The now baggier top will hang wider than the stomach, creating the illusion of a smaller waist. Note also the 3/4 sleeves. This also helps to draw the eye line to the smallest part of the waist, and showing the wrists is always a benefit as it's often one of the smallest parts of the frame. You can see this further in the side shots where the one on the right makes the waist look a lot smaller. Next, we have the Whistles Alba Shift dress. This is probably my go-to dress in the summer for ladies that are carrying some extra weight around their midsection. It hangs beautifully. They do it every single year. It's available in the UK, Europe, and America, and I've put all the links in the description box. As you can see, it's got some extra detailing making this dress work. We've got the deep V-neck, we've got the pockets at the side, and just as you can see here, if you pulled it in tight, then obviously it would be clearly very unflattering. But actually, as it hangs, it's incredibly flattering. If we compare it to the dress on the left, we've obviously got a number of features making it work. Again, we've got the deep V-neck, the pockets, the pleated fold underneath the bust line, all helping to create some definition and skimming over the tummy area, but without highlighting it. A really good dress for summer. Pair it with trainers or a nice little wedgie. Either goes really well. Another advantage of the dress is the small little button at the front. Depending on the size of your chest, you can either open it up to prevent the dress from pulling or do the button up to save your boobies popping out. So next we move on to a high-waisted trouser, and this is specific advice for those of you who have got a very barrel-like tummy. So that means it starts just under the bust and goes right underneath sort of the pubic bone area. So this isn't necessarily for those who have just got a little small pouch underneath. But as you can see, what most people do is they pull their top straight over the tight trousers around the stomach area, and it just accentuates it even further. But obviously we can't tuck in with those tight trousers on either. And there's no magic styling trick that can prevent the tightness around those trousers. They are just simply too tight. The fabric is unforgiving, and all in all, it creates a very unflattering shape. So instead, we need to change the type of trouser that you're wearing. We need to pick a trouser that is a lot more flowing in fabric, one perhaps with an elasticated waistband, where we can judge where to put the waistband and where to create a waist. So just like these pink trousers from Zara, you can get these everywhere at the moment. They're quite a key trend for springtime. And as you can see, if I pull the trousers up higher, then that barrel belly is back again. If I lower the trouser and then just tuck in the top just a little bit, then that's going to look way better than keeping the top hanging out. The wide leg trouser is also going to produce less of a contrast with the belly area. For example, if you were to wear a skinny trouser now, the tightness on the leg will further highlight the larger torso. So think of SpongeBob SquarePants. That's what we're trying to avoid. So putting the images side by side, hopefully you can see how the baggier trouser with the slightly tucked in top is a lot more flattering than a trouser that is way too tight. When trousers are too tight and you have some excess weight around the belly area, that can often lead to the dreaded camel toe as well, which I know I get a lot of giggles for saying quite often, but it's one of those fashion faux pas that we really do want to avoid. And don't forget to roll your sleeves up as well. As you can see in the picture of the right, it makes a huge difference showing off those wrists. Next, I want to look at tucking in tops. I get a lot of comments in the comments box to say that when I tuck in a top, it makes my stomach area look bigger. But I would actually argue the point that when you don't tuck in, you're making yourself look bigger. Look at me here. I'm lacking any sort of shape and definition. My bust and my belly are merging into one. With a simple tuck in the middle, it elongates my frame and it starts to give me some shape around the waist area. Looking at it from the side, it actually helps to disguise the waist because you've got the baggy top hanging over. So my legs now actually look slimmer. My waist looks slimmer, and overall it's going to look a lot better than the picture in the left, where my bust and my belly are merging into one. Let's take a look at this with a different type of top. This is a popular style of top if people are trying to hide their belly, but the reality is the bust is merging into the belly and it just makes them look very square on top. So let's start by taking a shoulder pad. Place the shoulder pads under your bra strap and use a Velcro strap to keep them in place. I'll link these in the description box. Creating a stronger shoulder will actually make your bust look smaller. Now roll up your sleeve so we can see the thinnest part of your wrists. Tuck in the front, obviously, and straight away that top has been completely transformed. My shoulders are stronger, my bust looks smaller, and my waist looks thinner, and my legs look longer. So what is there not to like about doing that? And I truly don't understand it when people say that tucking in makes their stomach look bigger. Look at it from the side version here. That tummy is not sticking out. The top is sticking out, not the tummy. Now let's deconstruct this look. I'll take out the shoulder pads. So now my one shoulder is a lot more slopey, which is going to make my bust look bigger. Take out the second one, undo it. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments box, but hopefully I can see that it definitely works. And the same works with a long shirt like that. This shirt is a great shape. The V-neck with the buttons down the middle will help to separate the bust area. But when it hangs out like that from the side, it is going to make us look a lot bigger. So we employed the same technique as we did before. We will grab some shoulder pads, pop those in, make sure you attach them to your bra strap so they don't move around. Tuck in the front, we've rolled up the sleeves, and straight away we're starting to create a little bit more extra shape. If we have a look at this from a side view, it's the shirt that is sticking out rather than the stomach area. Moving on then to the classic combination where people combine a tight legging or jean with a top pulled down to hide the stomach. As you can see, it's highlighting the thicker torso, and particularly if you're an apple shaped with very slender legs, the size differentiation will be even more obvious, and therefore you will look way more unbalanced across your whole of your figure. Quick flash to show you the tummy is still there. Roll up your sleeves, tuck it in, and let's start layering for even further coverage. On the right, I've layered just a plain white t-shirt and a thin jumper on the left. The long length, regardless of your height, will elongate and balance out your frame. If you're in a warmer climate, I've linked two fantastic, very thin long line cardigans in the description box. And as you can see, even from the side view, the stomach is disguised. Add a long line necklace to further reduce the appearance of the upper torso. And if a long line cardigan isn't for you, then obviously a blazer works really well as well. Just make sure that the blazer is long enough to come over the tummy area, and still remember to tuck that top in. If your blazer is too short, then it will just show your stomach off even further. Now this blazer is quite a loose fitting blazer, but you may prefer a more fitted version. The fitted version further helps to create a waistline. As you can see from this gorgeous camel blazer from Zara, the blazer's doing all the work for me. So it's long enough that it can go in at the sides and skim over the thigh area. And here we go, the stomach is still there, but when we put the blazer down normally and we tuck in, as you can see on this close-up, then the stomach is hidden instantly. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching again. Do remember, if you want to take advantage of Ashley's offer of a free 8-week online course, Changing Your Mindset Around Food, then please do get in contact with Ashley direct. You don't have to contact myself about that. If you could press the subscribe button, brilliant. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll be back next week, and I am filming my mum, and she is a pear-shaped. So it was kind of like a pear and a bit of a hourglass as well, but she's got big arms as well, and she really wants to hide those. If anybody's interested in that, please tune back in next week for that video. Thank you for watching. Bye.